Smiling together. Everybody feel alright, alright. Everybody feel alright, alright. Keep Africa clean, clean. Keep Africa clean. Keep Africa clean, clean. Keep Africa clean. Keep African clean. Keep African clean. Let's keep African clean. All over in Ghana we keep it clean. Clean, clean, clean Africa. Clean, clean, clean Africa. Clean, 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 clean Africa. Let's stop betting everywhere. Throwing pure water everywhere. Let's keep it clean Africa. African clean, clean, clean. African clean, clean. African clean, clean, clean. African clean, beautiful girls, Africa. Beautiful girls in Africa. Everywhere we looking so clean, so nice weather. Right out in La Badi. People are drinking some gogro. Some they drink some patasi. Some they drinking some pito. Some they take some patasi. Some they call it a gogro. Even they don't get money at all. Everybody feel alright, alright. They will give you a cuddle. The lady will smile for you. And they will give you a cuddle, a cuddle. African clean. Keep African clean. Don't throw rubbish everywhere in Africa. Let's keep our motherland clean. Clean, clean, clean Africa. Clean, 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 clean Africa. Clean, clean, clean Africa. Clean, clean, clean Africa.
Okay, guys. And yes, we've been hanging out with Atongo Koliko music is what we call this.
Yes,
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
Doing so well.
I mean, ideally, we would have thought that you've been traveling the world.
I've been traveling the world, and the coronavirus put us here.
I know.
And we stuck here, and yeah.
Oh, but the borders have been open now.
Yeah,
are you making plans to leave?
Just few days, London was increasing, and I think I should stay here and eat my kinky and something.
So you'll be here for quite a while.
Bulgaria, they are P2 did there, so I don't need to.
I know, right?
Yeah, so
but how has it affected you? I mean, your craft, financially?
Everything.
Yeah?
But it makes us to create. We are putting a new album together.
Awesome.
Working so hard. And,
okay.
So because of this coronavirus, I met him, I met everybody. So we're doing great stuff.
Okay, when you say you met them, these are people you've been working with for a while.
These are the people I've been working for a while, but for now, we put something together.
Okay.
But we haven't put something together.
Which album, what number would this be?
This one will be the Sankuni Zom 2.
Zom 2?
Yes.
So when is this coming out? Is it
soon. We mostly, everything is done. It's just on the pot cooking.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the spices maker, so he's
I
go back
see.
home and he put some spices on it.
I see. Looking forward to that. But this song you were talking about, Keep Africa Clean.
Yeah, let's keep it clean.
It's a major problem here on the continent.
Yes.
We're struggling. And even in Ghana,
yes.
I mean, when the president came into power, he said he was going to make, Accra the cleanest city in Africa. Are we anywhere close? You have traveled the world. Tell us.
We are not yet close. We are not yet close. And if you go to the beach, that's what I made a song for. If you go to the beach and you see the people, the way the beach is dirty, and you see how nice weather we get in Ghana, how beautiful our ladies like you, and so we should keep ourselves clean. You see the ladies, they go to church, they dress well, then they throw pure water on the road. And I ask you, what church are you going to pray? You praying for God and you throw dirty to God? Because the land is for God. So if you go to church to pray for your soul, then don't throw something to the God.
So what are we getting wrong? Why have we not been able to fix this problem?
Get a bin. Let's get some bins. Get some bins and
put them everywhere. You think that's the solution?
That will be the solution.
But there are people who will see bins and still drop it on the floor.
Yeah, but they need education. The same people goes back to Europe and they don't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, even in my area, people, they burn plastics.
Absolutely.
They put plastic in and they burn it. They don't even know what they are doing. And when you talk, they will insult you. They put tires and things, they burn them because they don't want to pay a little money to dump them. Even where they dump them, I don't even know what they do with it.
Yeah.
So we are in
away from that, I mean, let's talk about...
We have to do something.
Of course, but let's talk about other issues in Ghana that you've noticed. Again, you've traveled widely. And so tell us, what are some of the things that we're not getting right here in Ghana?
the things that we don't get right is a lot of things are wrong. I mean...
Like what?
If I'm a foreigner and I'm here, and the pure water is 2 cedis, they look to me as a foreigner, they sell me for 3 cedis.
Okay.
And that is not honest. That is not inviting. We're doing it and we don't even think that you are not bringing people into your country. If you want to make your country a secure place, you have to make everybody feel protected. And let me tell you one thing. When I pay my tax and overpay, quickly the tax people send me a letter. Oh, sorry, Mr. Atongo, you overpay your tax. They
That's
send me the money
outside
back.
the country.
Yeah, they pay you the money back. But you overpay your tax here and see what you get it back. That is the problem.
So taxation is a big problem.
A lot of things. Like little,
we're not
things
honest?
We are not honest. Because we are trying to survive. But to survive too, you have to look for the survivor that you can bring more people to survive every day.
But we have, you know, Ghana Beyond the Return and all that.
But
getting a lot of people
to come. The pure water will be 3 cedis for you, the one who returned.
But we still got a lot of people coming into Ghana last December wanting to explore tourism.
Yeah, but for them, when they take $1, they get plenty of money. Yeah, but me as a Ghanaian, working with the people that came, I will feel it. But the strangers, they don't know.
But aren't you paying so much out there as well? I mean, when we travel, we spend so much. If you convert the dollars and the pounds.
When something is £1 is £1. They don't see you because you are Indian or Chinese and they put the price there. They just give you the price. Okay. And to make you secure that they are welcoming everybody. So Ghana, we can welcome everybody. We don't need to give prices. Asante, everybody, Indian, Chinese, whatever we invite. But we give them the same price. Not the Chinese man. Because the Chinese people say they did for Bulgar, they take all the chickens from us. They pay chicken for 50 Ghana. And the Faframan we did for farm, you don't get 50 Ghana. So you know if you afford the chickens anymore.
Yeah,
you see? So they are putting the prices higher to us. And you can't do that in Europe, either in China. There's no black man can go and increase the prices.
So you're fighting for the...
Fighting for my people.
Okay. But at the same time, have we promoted our music enough?
For everybody, not for only me.
Of course.
But for everybody. Because I'm fighting for the equal right.
Of course.
What he learned. He gets stick with the same thing. So like if you sew this set, if somebody see he needs to go and sew the same set, he to also, okay, this man did, let me also add something a little bit to get different.
But if you add or say you're copying from the outside world, we've been accused. I mean, Nigerians have been accused of copying our music. We're also been accused of copying their words,
nobody copy music. We all learn. Music is a spirit. Nobody copy music. Even our music we play, we learn it from Western. We take other things from Caribbeans. You know, even Trinidad music, we play it in Ghana. If you look for High Life, it's like Trinidad. They used to play this, and we copy some. When they came in the early 60s, they came here and they learned us.
So we need to develop our music.
Yeah, we need to develop what we can learn out of our saprewa. When I say saprewa, do you know what saprewa?
Of course.
Okay. So out of our saprewa, our kologo, you know, and the things that we do, we need to do all that. But we are not doing it. You know, and also you can do it with a Western sound.
Okay.
You know, it means you're trying to create something new. I can play traditionally.
Yeah.
But I want to go beyond traditionally. I want to go above traditionally. I want to be creative. Like every day I'm working.
Yeah. And it's important to work every day.
But sometimes Ghana here, when the person says, every time when you call him, be the same no you go play. He doesn't want to add something energy. That's why I'm working with these young guys. I'm the oldest here, anyway.
And of course, you're helping them to also hone their craft.
No, they are helping me. I'm helping them because they are playing young, feeling. I'm giving them the old style and we put them together.
I like that. I like that. And I hope that some other time we can get to talk a lot more about... Oh, your son is here.
Yeah.
I see.
Two of them are...
I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, good to have you in the studios, and thank you so much for joining us and blessing us with your music.
Amen.
I absolutely enjoyed it, and I know that we all did as well.
Can we play one song before we go?
Well, we have to do sports, so let's just quickly do that, and then you play the final one before we say goodbye to you. And so that's Atongo, and he'll be coming your way one more time. But Paul, well, did I say Paul? Yeah, Olabi is standing by for sports.
Right, thank you, Bella. And coming up in sports, there's a lot more to talk about, though, because the Ghana Olympic Committee president has spoken to us. We'll also hear from Frank Lampard as well. All of this in a bit. Well, let's just head straight into the sports news this morning. And the president of the Ghana Olympic Committee, Ben Nunu-Mensah, has hailed government's initiative to ease the burden on the sports sector during the coronavirus pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic has halted sports activities across the country and led to the cry from the athletes for help. Government stepped in, and Ben Nunu-Mensah says it is the right thing to do.
Yes, I think it started coming in about 3-4 days ago. So at least I've had a few athletes who have called me to say, President, thank you very much. We've just gotten our allowance from the YE, and I'm very happy. At least a good beginning, and it looks like it's if it goes well, it will be good for Ghana sports. That is something that we've all been pushing for. When Ghana sports did so well, we did so well because we had athletes who were working in government institutions, state institutions, with the security services, who did not have to worry about where their next meal is going to come from, because they've been employed by the state just to train and go and compete for Ghana. So I think gradually with this YA thing, we're getting to that era where at least our national team at least have a way of earning some income from the state.
On to England now, where Branislav Ivanovic has sealed a return to the Premier League after signing a one-year contract with West Bromwich Albion. The 36-year-old left Chelsea in February 2017 and has spent the last of the 3.5 years in Russia with Zenit St. Petersburg. Ivanovic becomes Slaven Bilić's sixth signing of the summer following the arrivals of Grady Diangana, Mateus Pereira, Cedric Kripe, David Button and Callum Robinson. The Serbian defender spent 9 years at Chelsea between 2008 and 2017, winning 10 major trophies, which included the 2012 Champions League. Now, in a conversation that never dies, Chelsea are increasingly searching for a new goalkeeper to replace the faulty Kepa Arrizabalaga. He conceded a goal from outside the box for the 19th time since he joined Chelsea, but Frank Lampard says he has no complaints. Lampard has given his backing to the Spain international after his side's 3-1 win against Brighton on Monday.
With Kepa, I thought Kepa today, I think with the
Kakra da bidi mamono. Moninje cry. Boy, 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 boy. I can't do it, I can't do it, me kwa bochire ko pesika ba hwe mi busia foi kakra na de map no muninji kra boy 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 manzela bolga kapala tamale Zilbila tola te tampoe Manzela borgai Kapala tamale Manzela tola te tampoe Mamba te tampo Tata kapa kumasi Zilbila tola a cry Mamba osu Kapara akpele mengada kono anso akpele mengada kono anyaso commendation mon gra akpele commendation mon gra me kwa bochire ko pesika Bawe mi busia fue Kakra dabri mam no Muninji kra Boy 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 Wesena wodi minti minda kra Boy 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 Mamoro yele bala, bodo mina yele bala roma. Uruba kankanga, uruba ranganga. Wanze la bolga, kapata male. Mabada male, zele bila tora adra. Uruba kangonga, o malang la nini. I can't hear Mami, me for bochire, copesica, bawe me busia fue, Manzela bolega, Kapala tamale, Zilbila tola tentampo, Manzela tentampo. Kapala cry, Mapa akpele mengada kona anso, akpele wirbakanga akpele, morele bala, akpele mengada kona anso.
Your friend Jackie. So we will be a winner who are there just to send me and Pimpino. You to me 5 gems if in Kitadia, you need your Brucia, your fans, any and down for any. Nanso, who bet me about home by use Atongo hand sanitizer, debia, any bribia. If you say you to me 5 gems if in Yamayasa is so. Atongo hand sanitizer, bet to me about home by debia, free gems, bacteria, you need in home. Atongo hand sanitizer, sure or dog. Never home by FD, I prefer said Jedi and Kratoimu Adia to me say.
Introducing Nestle Milo All-in-One Nutrimix, the goodness of malt, milk and cocoa in Milo, and even more milk. Just add to water and enjoy the perfect cup of winning energy. Milo! Milo! This advertisement has been vetted and approved by...
I studied Master of Music Technology, and at the end of the program, I gained knowledge in marketing.
The program allows you to work and do everything you want to do, coupled with your busy corporate schedules. You can do assignment, do a lot of things at your beck and call.
Come for lectures once in a month, that is Saturday and Sunday. You don't need to stress yourself at all. With a maximum of 3 to 4 courses per trimester, you can combine work and schooling.
You're not supposed to buy books, handouts, everything is on our system.
Relevant industry-based program and world-class certificates.
AIT, this is where you want to go to university.
I said, "Oh, did money? Yeah, didn't you know, mommy? Why? I have something special for you, sir."
Hey. I don't know me. Me wife jam na be kwa and then just be fiasi. I don't secret no.
Enu nie secret na eni o.
Mediplus ni Afromosis.
Afro bede masubema and the children.
Afromosis ni Mediplus. Ama we jina ni nice say na ni points ni di. Say ochi.
Afromosis and Mediplus capsules for home merma. What person would jam one national podjuma manaswani. Bema fa Afromosis and Mediplus capsules will sing that them aquaning na jena juma said yes.
Ah, but the drone ko.
She Mediplus ni Afro bede. Point.
Afromosis and Mediplus capsules. Nina of pharmacies, filling station shops, and shopping centers. In free Medmosis, Asway, Monfre 0244 068 447. FD, Alfresa, a dreading crack to Majatum.
The completion of your beautifully designed house and costly project is worth celebrating. But wait a minute, your tiles seem to be popping out. Redoing poor tiling can be 3 times more expensive. Your beautiful quality tiles deserve quality tile adhesive to hold them in place and not just cement. At Weber, we provide you with the complete tiling solutions and grout. Use Webercol, the globally accepted tile adhesive for all your tiling works. Webercol is CE certified, produced locally by Saint Gobain with over 350 years in the construction industry. Tile right and tile once with Webercol. For bulk purchases and distribution, call 0540-123-533.
Weber, we care.
And one day he placed a bet and he made lots of money.
But where?
At One Egg's Bet.
And who's that guy?
Is it you?
No, it's you.
Treatment of cancer can be very expensive, but there is great hope for Ghanaian teachers.
So, cancer is a deadly disease. It's a deadly disease because the treatment involves a lot of money. And so, if you don't have the wherewithal to undergo the
was hope you take advantage of that as well. Today we are discussing hepatitis, and usually when you hear hepatitis, you think about hepatitis B, because you get it through it's a sexually transmitted virus, we're told. But I'm told that there are others. There's actually 5 types. There's hepatitis A, B, C, D, and E. And we're going to learn more about all that and why you should be careful. And I've been joined in studio by Dr. Abigail Omane. She is a medical officer with the University of Ghana Medical Center. Good morning.
Good morning.
I hope I got my facts right, though. Yes. All right. So I'm just wondering, I didn't know why there was a lot of focus on hepatitis B. Why do you think that?
So I think for now, our attention is mostly drawn to COVID. When you watch your TV screens, all you see is COVID, COVID, COVID. But hepatitis is a disease of concern because usually most people are not aware of the disease, and when they come to the hospital, they come in the chronic form, which has already progressed, and then it's not advisable to come at that stage. So I think making people aware of how the disease is transmitted and its progression is something that is very important.
Chronic means the end stage.
The end stage.
But how do I know? Okay, what is hepatitis, by the way?
Okay, so when we talk about hepatitis, hepatitis simply means inflammation of the liver. So it means that your liver is inflamed, and usually the commonest cause of hepatitis is by viral infections. And when we talk about viral infections, like you said, we have hepatitis A, we have hepatitis B, C, D, and then E. Aside the viral infections, there are other causes of hepatitis. It can be caused by alcohol, which we call alcohol-induced hepatitis, and it can also be caused by some medication and toxins we take in. Can also cause damage to the liver. And there's one that we call autoimmune. That is after you have ruled out all the causes of hepatitis. It's like with the autoimmune, your body identifies the liver as a threat and then produces antibodies. Your own body produces antibodies that attack the liver, causing damage and then injury to the liver. So aside the viral infections, these are the other causes, or these are the other factors that can cause hepatitis as well.
Let's take it a step at a time. So hepatitis B-A is caused by what?
So hepatitis A disease is caused by the hepatitis A virus.
Okay.
So for hepatitis A and then hepatitis E, both of them, they cause the acute form of the infection. And usually for them, they are shed in the stool. So if with people who are infected, when they defecate in water bodies, and then people fetch water from these water bodies to drink, they're at risk of getting infected from the hepatitis A and the hepatitis E virus. Also, hygiene-wise, if somebody doesn't wash their hands properly and then touch food or vegetables or fruits that we are to take in, we are at risk of also getting the disease because it's transmitted fecal-oral. That is from
fecal matter, feces.
Yes. So it's like feces into the mouth. That's for both hepatitis A and E. Okay. And then they cause the acute form. So usually they resolve, most of them resolve on their own.
And then the B?
The B, C, D, they cause the chronic form of the infection. So with the chronic form of infection, aside the chronic form, they can also cause an acute flare-up. So with hepatitis B, C, D, the most one that is talked about is the hepatitis B. So how do we get hepatitis B? We get hepatitis B through sex. Let me clarify that, unprotected sex.
Okay.
Because when you come, during sex, you come into contact with vaginal secretions, with semen. And if you come into contact with these fluids which are infected, you're at risk of getting the disease. And also, it can be transmitted vertically from an infected pregnant woman to the baby during childbirth, not during pregnancy, because during childbirth, that's when the baby comes into contact with the maternal fluids and all that.
So it's not congenital?
No, it's not congenital. It's vertical transmission. And other causes includes injection drug users, those who inject directly into their vein opioids, tramadol, and then heroin, they are at risk of also getting hepatitis B. And also, if you are transfused with blood that is has the infection inside, it's not properly screened, you are at risk of also getting the disease. If you are transfused with an infected blood, you can also get the hepatitis. So
you spoke about medications that we take in that could, you know, worry our liver, which would cause hepatitis. What type would that be? B, C, D?
No, so that is called drug-induced hepatitis.
Okay, so where does it fall? Within B, C, D?
No, it doesn't fall. Those ones are virus. As I said, the viral infections cause hepatitis.
Okay.
Alcohol can also cause hepatitis, and then some medications can also cause hepatitis.
Which medications?
So there are some medications that are metabolized or cleared from the body by the liver. If you take those medications in excess amounts, you are at risk of getting or causing injury to the liver. So some of the medications cleared by the liver includes paracetamol, acetaminophen. If you take more than the required dose of paracetamol that you are supposed to, it can cause damage and then injury to the liver.
If you say more than the required dose, para is what we all take when you have headache.
Yes.
Is it bad?
So ideally, we prescribe para as, okay, so it comes in 500 milligram tablet. That is one tablet. Okay. So you take 2 tablets 3 times a day. That will sum up to 3,000 grams. That's 3 grams per day. So if you take more than 4 grams, that is 4 times 4 grams per day, you are taking the excess amount or the lethal dose of paracetamol. So that is the amount the liver can clear per 24 hours. So if you take more than that, you are putting pressure on the liver.
Okay. How about if maybe I have just headache? I know, I mean, para is over the counter. I can get it over the counter.
Yeah.
So if I have headache and I take para, is it good? Is it bad?
So you can take para. So what we advise is that when you are taking medication, you just don't go over the counter and then get the medication. You should consult your physician to give you the required amount of dose to take. Because some people will have very severe headaches that they will take more than they are supposed to take in a day. And if you do that, you are causing or you are putting too much pressure on your liver. Your liver is metabolizing the paracetamol, and it metabolizes into toxic chemicals which can cause damage to the liver. So the right thing to do is whenever you are taking those medications, consult your physician. Let him or her prescribe the required amounts for you. If there's any other add-on medications he or she will add, then he or she will add that instead of taking the excess amounts of the medication.
How do I know I have hepatitis? Are there early symptoms?
Yes, so hepatitis infection, some of them are asymptomatic. People have the disease, but then they don't show symptoms. But we have the acute form of the infection, and we have the chronic form of the infection. So with the acute form of the infection, some will present with some flu-like symptoms, may have fever, anorexia, yellowish discoloration of the eyes, which we call jaundice. They can also present with joint pains, rash. Those are some of the acute symptoms. Some may even go ahead as vomiting and diarrhea, especially with the hepatitis A and then E. So those are some of the symptoms you can present when you have hepatitis infection.
But I cannot tell until I go for the test.
So if you have those symptoms, obviously if you come with fever, loss of appetite, the other causes of fever and loss of appetite, it could be malaria and other diseases. So when you come, we take a blood sample and then screen you for hepatitis B, C. So we take a blood sample, we check for the antigen in your blood or the presence of antibody in your blood. Then we also go ahead and check your liver function, because hepatitis is an inflammation of the liver. So when the liver is inflamed, it produces or it causes some derangement in the liver enzymes. That is seen in the blood. So when we do the blood test and we see those deranged liver enzymes, it could be suggestive of hepatitis. But there are other causes of liver, deranged liver enzymes which we can also investigate. So we will screen you in the blood, do the liver function test, and sometimes go ahead to request for a scan, because we know that hepatitis B, C, D can progress to the chronic form. And the chronic form is when it causes scarring to the liver. And when it causes the scarring, we call in medical terms, we call it liver cirrhosis. So you can identify that with an abdominal ultrasound scan. So request for that as well to know whether it has progressed.
So how long does it take for it to progress to the stage that you are describing as the end stage?
Okay, so usually for hepatitis, it takes about 3 months, 2 to 12 weeks for you to get the show symptoms of the disease.
Okay.
So if it progresses over time, and then you haven't, the viral load is more than is more than the upper limit, then we know that you can progress gradually to the chronic form.
Is it expensive to go for the test hepatitis? How affordable is it?
Okay, for expensive, we usually do the hepatitis B antigen and then the core antibody. It's not so expensive. But when we go ahead to do the hepatitis B profile, it's quite...
Is it covered by the health insurance?
Some insurance cover.
Okay.
Yes.
No, I mean the health insurance.
National health insurance.
National health insurance. It doesn't cover it. Yes. Okay. But do you have rising cases of people who are dying of hepatitis?
Yes, and from studies done previously, it looks like most of the group of people who are getting the disease are adolescents, about 14%.
Okay.
And then followed by adults. Okay. Then the least but not so insignificant will be the people in preschool.
Okay, so
also getting
within the age of what, 20 to 40?
So within the age of 20 to about 40.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. No, I'm being counted now, but how do I prevent hepatitis? Just briefly, so that we go.
Okay, so with prevention, the first thing is vaccination, which is very important. So with vaccination, usually at birth, for infected pregnant women, we give them the immunoglobulin at birth.
Okay.
And then you are supposed to get your first vaccine within 24 hours after birth. So you get 4 at birth, at 6 weeks, at 10 weeks, and then when the baby is 14 weeks. And then for adults, it's advisable that you go and then check every 6 months whether you have the antibodies present in your blood. If you do the test and there are no antibodies present, you take the vaccine again, but this time 3 doses. Between the first one and the second one, 1 month apart, and then the third dose will be 6 months later.
The vaccination keeps you safe.
Yes, so it gives you protection, lifelong protection, about 25 years.
Oh, that's good.
But then for people who work in high risk areas like health workers, sex workers, people with multiple sexual partners. Not necessarily multiple. If you don't use protection, because some will have multiple and still use protection. And then for people who are traveling to endemic areas, those people are advised to take boosters.
Okay.
So usually the boosters is required that you take it like 5 yearly, or when you are exposed to an infected blood product or any infected body fluids, it's advisable you take a booster.
A booster.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Abigail Omane. She's a medical officer at the University of Ghana Medical Center, helping us to learn a bit more about hepatitis. So you know, now it's not just hepatitis B, it's A, B, C, D, and E. So protect yourself. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for is here, that interview with the minority leader in Parliament, Honorable Haruna Idris. We start next with Bella. Don't go away.
The world is impossible without time. Time is endless motion. Make time work for you. MedPlanet. time to bet.
Should you rumor to me?
Roma insecticide spray and mosquito fell. Atongo master. Ebe ye jumanamo. Kisa umadahati. Roma insecticide spray ada Roma. Interfere, Entatia, Mekecheha. No way. Shemikunu, and Tonton Bako crown fanimu. And also a pussy. Roma insecticide spray and mosquito quell. And out there we a sham. Roma,
Roma and Tonton Master.
Morning. I just sent you a Atongo money from my new number. We delivered 2 healthy kids last night. Congrats. Have you heard? Kwesi has
2 kids. Have you heard?
My son has 2 kids. Kwesi. No. Now your sister almost sent me. Have you heard the news about the missing chicken?
Have you heard? Get free calls and free Atongo money transfers for 6 months.